One day I was driving my car and I received a phone call, said hello, and she said, "Hi, this is Oprah."
Has been so successful, is it almost quite daunting to work on something else at the moment? Welcome back to this week's episode of Karen's Bookshelf. My name is Karen Osman, your host for today. Now, I'm incredibly excited to have on a very special author today, author Tayari Jones, who of course has written this incredible book, An American Marriage. Tayari, thank you so much for taking the time, because I know you're highly in demand here at the Emirates Literature Festival. But I just wanted to catch you to talk a little bit about this book. Now, first of all, I think congratulations, because this has just gone down so well. I mean, it was Oprah's book club. It was on Obama's summer reading list. Did you expect all that when you were writing the book, and how did it feel when it really went down to such acclaim?
No, I wasn't expecting. I was really, like with every novel, I feel like I've been thrown in the middle of the ocean and I'm just praying to reach the shore. I'm not wondering if there'll be a parade when I get there.
Yeah.
So I wrote this book like I've written all my books, just trying to find the truth of a situation. So it was a shock of my life when one day I was driving my car and I received a phone call. I said hello, and she said, "Hi, this is Oprah." And just like that, so many things changed about the reception of my work. And in some ways, I felt like I'm the same me that I've always been. But then my sister said to me, maybe this tells you that you are the same you, and this is the reception that's right for you, which I had never considered.
Yeah, that's an incredible story. You're just driving along and Oprah called you. Did you actually believe it was Oprah, or were you like...
Oprah has a very distinct voice. And also there's like an urgency and sincerity in her voice. You just know it's her.
That's amazing. So this story, I mean, it's about an African-American couple, a young African-American couple, and the impact about what happens when one of them was wrongly convicted. What was the impact that you were hoping? What was the main message you were hoping readers would take away from this book?
The question for me isn't if there's a message in it. There's a question I was asking, which was about how are ordinary lives affected by such huge factors like a wrongful conviction. It's a racist institution, the prison system. And this couple, they're just two people trying to be in love and find their way forward. So I was really looking at what are the real costs. So I guess the message, if there is one, it's that everyday people, real people, are affected by these institutions, by these laws. And because I think as a reader, you can care about one person, two people, in a way that's different than trying to care about a concept. A good novel should be about people and their problems, not problems and their people.
Yeah, it's a beautiful way to put it, I think. And are you working on anything new at the moment? And if so, are you quite daunted by, this has been so successful? Is it almost quite daunting to work on something else at the moment?
It's funny, sometimes people say, "What are you working on?" And the question is always for me, it's not what am I working on? It's more like what's working on me. I am trying to write a new novel, and it has been somewhat daunting, but I've tried to instead of making it daunting, making encouraging, to look at past success as encouragement for the next thing. I think so much of the way that you approach a situation is where you have it in your mind. And if I tell myself, "Oh no, will I be able to top the success? Will I be able to do it again?" That kind of freezes me up and alienates me from my own work. But when I look at the reception I've received and the many kind readers that have written about An American Marriage, I choose to look at each one of them as a vote of confidence and take encouragement from it.
Lovely. And it's a mental game, and I think writing itself is a mental game in terms of finding the discipline, to sit down every day and continue. How long did it take you to write this book?
6 years.
6 years.
This book, there were so many times when I wasn't sure that I would be able to complete it because I couldn't solve the problem. I couldn't figure out the way forward for this couple that has suffered from this injustice. And I felt that if I could not find a way forward for them, how would that feel for real couples who are experiencing something similar? If I can't imagine a way forward for imaginary people? What am I saying about the lives of real people? So I just kept at it until I found the way forward.
Yeah, I bet that was a happy day when you actually, discovered that.
And it was right there in front of my eyes.
Was it the whole time? 6 years. Well, it's, all that time and effort has clearly paid off. Tayari, thank you so much for taking the time to join me today to share a little bit of an insight into this incredible book. If you haven't read it, I thoroughly recommend it. And yes, thank you again. It's been amazing to talk to you.
Thank you for having me.
That's all from me, and I look forward to seeing you again next week on Karen's Bookshelf.